Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, once in a while, we just need to have a good laugh, or we just need to hear from a truth teller. So I am following this young white TikToker, and she talks about white people and the little things that they do when they're among themselves that they think is not revealing themselves for what they are. But they really are revealing something about themselves, things that we already know. But it's always good to hear it from a white person, to hear what they're thinking and what they say when they're around each other, what they're saying about other people, and what they're revealing about themselves. So take a listen to this.
Hi, my name's Kylie, and here are some things that white people say without realizing they're being racist. I moved a lot growing up. Sometimes I was in rural, homogenous white areas, and other times it was diverse urban areas. But regardless, here are some things that I've heard. Number one, coming in hot, we have when a white person is telling a story and they mention the race of the person for no reason. That waitress, and then mention how she was Hispanic as if that somehow had something to do with her character.
Now, it's interesting that she would say that because I remember when I was in high school at a white school, it was just 2 or 3 black kids there. And there had been a school bus wreck in the county. It was another school in the county. It wasn't our school. There had been no fatalities and nobody was injured. And everybody was talking about how the driver had handled the bus so well that she had avoided anybody getting hurt. So it was just a talk of the county. We didn't know anything about the race of the driver or the race of the children. So that day in the typing lab, the teacher was talking about it to the white kids. I was the only black student in there. So he wasn't talking to me, but he was talking to the white kids, and they were talking about the bus wreck. And they were just talking about, they were talking about how well the bus driver had handled the situation so that none of the children were hurt. Then the teacher said, "You talking about that black woman?" Now, we didn't know. Nobody knew what color the bus driver was at the time, but he said that. And when he said that, it changed the whole scenario about the bus wreck. Now it wasn't about the bus driver had done a good job so that none of the kids got hurt. Now it was about the bus driver being black. And the kids didn't say anything, but they were looking at each other like, "You mean to tell me it was a black person driving the bus?" So it wasn't even about the fact that she had saved lives, probably, or certainly injuries. But now it was about her being black. And I believe the teacher did that on purpose. He knew that they were going to, well, he wanted them to react that way because she was black. It wasn't about her being a good bus driver. It wasn't about her saving kids' lives. Now it was about her being black. So I thought about that when she said that.
Number two, telling a story about someone from a different race and then doing an accent to make the story come to life.
And they think that is so funny. And it is funny to them when they're mocking other people. But you let somebody mock them and you see how they react. They are so thin-skinned when they get it back.
Number three, saying the N-word in rap music or other songs because it's going too fast to skip it.
Now, this is a big one. Saying the N-word, mostly in a rap song. A few years ago, I was at my hairdresser's, and this college student from the University of Alabama was there getting her hair done too. And she had gone to a Black Eyed Peas concert when the Black Eyed Peas were big. So I'm dating myself. And so she was so upset. This black girl was so upset. She was almost in tears. The Black Eyed Peas were singing a song that had the N word in it. And the white kids were just saying the N word, and they were saying it with a hard ER. And it was obvious to her that they just liked that song because then they got to say the N word. She was appalled by it. She said she was never going to another Black Eyed Peas concert and she was never going to listen to that song again. So that taught her a lesson about white people.
Number 4, thinking that their lack of skill when it comes to sports is because they're white and not because, in fact, they are unathletic. Yes, they have actually said this. I've had a white boy tell me he would have gone to the NBA if he was black.
Now, this is one that baffles me. You know she's telling the truth, but it's just absurd. There are white guys in the NBA, especially the ones from Europe. And the reason why tall white American men often don't develop their basketball skills is because of racism. And that is something that they need to come to terms with. Cooper Flagg, who plays for the Dallas Mavericks and just won Rookie of the Year, is a tall white American boy or man. And another one at that was his teammate at Duke, and another one at the Lakers team, all American white boys that know how to play basketball. But you can't be the best unless you're playing with the best, and the black players are some of the best. So if you are a racist white person, it's a good chance that you don't develop your skill, or it's a good chance that you don't have the skills in the first place. But they will say that. If I was black, I would be a superman. If I was black, I would be a superstar. Because they have fooled themselves into believing that somehow black people are given some kind of advantage that white folks don't have.
Number 5, assuming that hearing people in public speaking a different language means they're talking badly about you. Specifically, nail techs or wait staff, because white people think everything is about them. Like for part 2.
I follow her, so I'll be sharing some of her videos from time to time. But they do think that if people are speaking another language, they're talking about them. So they'll walk up and say, speak English, speak English. You're in America, speak English. But really, they're just being rude and they're just being insecure. The people are usually speaking their language, their native language, because they don't know English. That's often why they're speaking it. Sometimes they are talking about you, but who cares? Anyway, y'all, thank you for listening and let me know what you think about the video.